when I was born, June 3rd, 2002, I had a stroke at birth. And it affected my right side of my brain, everything from the ear forward, the scar tissue. So when the scar tissue was damaged or dead, I guess you could say, I had a seizure. And which I don't remember it because it was at birth, but all I know is I was going to have some problems, growing up, but honestly, it wasn't as bad as the doctors thought. They said I wouldn't walk, I believe, when I had the stroke. And so when I was a kid, instead of crawling like a regular baby would, I would scoot. And I have real footage of that, of me scooting. I do. And yeah, I had an amazing childhood. And my parents let me do whatever, not whatever I wanted, but if I wanted to, example, play football, we would figure out a way. That was because of you, Dad. He was tough on me with that. But of course, me and him got into dirt bike riding. We always rode together. Like, I rode the front with him at the sand pit at the old house. But here we really got into dirt bikes, and yeah, we shot, shoot, ride dirt bikes. Really got into shooting as well. And then when I was 13, April 24th, 2014, I was going to Sonic with my sister. She just got her driver's license. Elena did. And we went to the last stall that we could go to. I remember it clear as day. Felt something weird. Like, I can tell you what I ordered. I ordered a large blue raspberry nerd slushy and a popcorn chicken. And I remember eating a couple fries, and I remember tasting it very salty. Then I felt weird. Then I started going into the seizure. And the last thing I remember is Elena saying, Joel, 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 like, and saying, are you okay? And so I remember from there. And, yeah, so seizures started then. So what caused it, and I know this is for later, was there was a trigger in the back of my throat out of drinking and eating. Like, if I took a sip of water, I would kind of like have like a mini seizure, as if. And eating and drinking, especially milkshakes. Milkshakes were really bad. I guess it was like colder the better for it. So I would have like mini seizures each day, but I was having them once a month, 5-minute seizures on the floor. So yeah, that happened till 2019, January. And my anxiety was getting so bad to the point where they were putting me on extreme anxiety medication. Not Xanax, I forgot the name. I don't want to mispronounce nothing, but it was something like that it was addictive. So I started taking that, and it was just, life was hell. Life was hell. It was just no place to be, no place to live. And, we saw my neurologist, and they said, look, let's see about brain surgery. And we said there was other thoughts, they could put something in my head, my brain, so when I had to start having a seizure, it would zing my brain, and then I stopped having it. But God was calling me to do the brain surgery. So they did one surgery on me. They drilled leads, like 15 leads maybe inside my head, about 7 inches deep, 15 of them. And they said, look, have seizures. We're taking you off half your medication. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I had 7 seizures in about 4 days. 7, yeah, about 7 seizures, 3 or 4 days. And my neurologist, Dr. Savar, came back, and he said, look, it's a lot worse than we thought. He said, you have 3 options. A, we take a little bit of it out, you still have seizures. B, we take half of it out, still have seizures, not as bad. Or C, we take all of it out, and yeah, you're gonna be paralyzed and won't be able to see out of my left eye, won't be able to leave like the left side of my lip, won't be able to walk. And yeah, that really caught me off guard, actually. And yeah, man. Yeah, so I picked that one, and I know Dad and Mom were really hesitant because I had to sign it. I had to sign the paperwork. I was 16, so necessarily I was old enough to sign. And it was just the courage I had just to just pick up that pen and just sign it. And I told him that night, wheel me in the operating room. Let's do it. It was just like, it's almost like the Holy Spirit took over me and just said, he was talking. So yeah, I mean, it was probably like the next morning. Because we had 12 hours. And, yep, I remember Dad, I remember you helping me get dressed, just me in a gown. And said, it's go time. So we got ready, got wheeled up there at pre-op. And this is where stuff really hit hard for my family. We were in pre-op, and, like I said, the truth hurts. But, I've always, Dad, you've taught me the truth hurts, and you got to own it like a man. And I said, listen, I told Dad, I said, if I don't make it out alive, I just want to make sure y'all are the best parents I've ever had. I couldn't ask for better parents in the world. And I said, you can have my guns, which it was his guns anyways, but it was, he can have my guns and take care of Sandy, which was my neighbor's dog, but was my best friend, my therapy dog. So I got, it was my turn, I guess to get wheeled, and, my neurologist was wheeling me, or the doctor. And going there was very special in a way because it was almost like it was just another day, April 4th, 2019. And I was just talking to him like, hey, how you doing? How was your day? Like a general conversation. And he was like, good. And he was like, how was yours? I said, good, I guess. And he was like, hey, man, you mind if I ask you a question? I was like, yeah, what's up? He said, are you not scared? I said, no, sir. He said, this is a pretty big surgery. He said, this is really big. I said, no, I'm not scared because God's got this, and I know God's going to bring me out of this surgery walking. And it's like his face, after that, it was silence till we got there. And, yep, the surgery was 9 hours long. Came out, and, my dad tolerated the seizures better than my mom did, but no way, shape, or form they both didn't like it. But I could really see the impact on my dad after it. But I don't honestly, I don't remember the first 4 days. Really, I don't remember a lot of it. Honestly, it could have been a week. I don't know. So yeah, they took me after I came out of surgery, ICU. I can't really tell you much about that. They started doing physical therapy on me, and it was just like, I dreaded it. I dreaded physical therapy there. I did. Not that like they weren't doing their job, but it was like, just hated it, man. And, everybody that was so supportive. And, said, look, stuff isn't going 100%. We'll send you to CHKD in Chesapeake. You'll get escorted by ambulance. So we did. It's basically a month-long boot camp of therapy. So you eat, sleep, therapy, repeat for a month. Said if you don't walk in this month, this is your results. And I started feeling, nervous about it. And so when we got there, got settled in, the amazing nurses. It was just day by day, grinding it out, doing surgery, or not surgery, therapy. And, it was like every day I made so much progress, and it was weird. It was like, by the first week, I felt tingliness in my legs. By the second week, they were holding me like this, like 4 people, and I was starting to, barely move my legs. By the next week, I felt tingliness in my left hand. This is the hand that has always been disabled. Really, never had any function of fully functioning 2 hands. I said, God, something is happening. That next week, they're holding me by one hand, walking. And I was actually starting to, they had a cane for me. And I would use the cane, and I got yelled at a couple times for it. But when I was walking with the cane, I would lift it up. It's because I said I'm not here to use a cane. I'm here to walk normally. And next week, God just really put His hands on me, and He healed me. And they kicked me out 2 weeks early due to walking. I was walking, wasn't walking straight as an arrow, couldn't run, but I was walking. But yeah, God has healed me every step of the way. Can't do it without Him, and I can't do it without these people. Dad, you have always been there for me. Like, seriously, like, I know I'm going to say this a lot, but you, like, really, like, laying on the floor of your office praying to God about these seizures to surgery, looking at you at the end of my bed, you bawling your eyes out saying, He was my best friend, and He was my best friend. To getting Enzo's Pizza, dude, you got Enzo Pizza for me at the hospital. Best place, by the way, to eat pizza and wings. And you were there, Dad. You were there. You're my mentor. You're my everything. Like, people that have to pay for stuff, like for help, for therapy, it was you. My mentor, my father, and especially my best friend. Wouldn't choose anybody else but you. Mom, I just love you so much. You made sure my blanket was washed through Duke 24/7. You made sure I had everything. And then most importantly, I could notice your love. And you took it so calmly. God gave you so much, not peace, but almost gave you what you needed to survive through all that. And I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you babying me when it was rough. And yeah, Mom, I love you so much. Thank you. Elena Midget, I should say now. Elena Midget and Kyle Midget. First start with Elena. Elena, I know this really put a big impact on you. Because you were there for basically, I guess I could say, my first seizure. And I know it not ruined you, but really scared you a lot. Till this day, I can tell it has. And I just want to say thank you for being there. You're the best sister. Yeah, and Kyle, I couldn't ask for a better brother-in-law. You're amazing. You're amazing to me. I could come to you to anything, and thank you. I love you, Kyle. Samantha Midget, yeah, congratulations on the wedding, by the way. I love to see you just happy. I love to see you happy, and you were always there for me, and I feel like God's got something for us. I think we'll be connected in a way spiritually, if that makes sense. And I know you'll get what I'm saying when we meet up again, but yes. Thank you so much, Samantha, for being there, because you're awesome. Mr. Eddie, my prayer warrior. I say this to everybody. If I need prayer, I'm coming to you. And your prayer is so strong. So strong. Man, if I want prayer, I'm going to Mr. Eddie. I know where he lives. And you have helped me with so much. I remember you coming to CHKD, and I was in a wheelchair. We haven't even made it into the hospital. We started praying, me and you. And I appreciate that. Really do. Miss Emily, my favorite. You were absolutely amazing, Emily. You brought me everything I needed, anything I could possibly ask for at the hospital. And you did. 2 bags of purple Doritos, 2 things of honey buns. And I knew if I could go to somebody to cry to, it could be you. And thank you for letting me stay at your house. Just because work was 10 minutes closer to your house to my house. Instead of 20 minutes, it was 10. Just thank you for letting me be at your house and having a second home. Stacy Hickman and Brian Hickman. I remember Stacy. I remember you coming, hey, buddy, how you doing? And I remember Brian. I knew who it was instantly. Stacy and Brian, you were there every step of the way to Duke. No one was even allowed to see me but y'all. Because my family trusted you that much. So I'm so thankful for y'all. So thankful. And I'm thankful for Aaron and Daniel. And Aaron Hickman, man, you've been my best friend since day one. And you've always had my back. You've always said, look, if you ever need anything, you call me. And I really appreciate that. And I remember me and you going to Highway 55, the old one, by Walmart. And you held me, like you kind of like you're trying to choke me, and walk me to our booth because they just mopped the floor because it was slippery. So yeah, man, I love you, bro. Caden Harris. When I say best friend, if I'm saying best friend in this video, then you mean something. So Caden, we've met at 6 years old. I remember church, the old kids town. You've been there every step of the way. Surgery. You put your new chain around me. You just bought. Man, I love you, bro. There's no words can't describe you, man. Dylan Higgins. Met you freshman year of high school. We really kicked it off, and really, I didn't know what was going to happen after graduation, dude. Really didn't. But you're the only one I talked to, and I appreciate you, and I love you, bro. And I'm over there. I'm here for every step of the way. Sandy. This is just a dog, but it's the best dog. Sandy was she wasn't a therapy dog, but she knew. She was a blonde lab that I could never have. No dog could live to up her. She was the best dog ever. And yeah, I love you, girl. You were the best. You protected me. You were there for me. You were my best friend. Thank you. Pop. Bobby Umphlett, Sr. My greatest friend, greatest Pop. Take me to the diner with the boys. God, Pop, I don't even know to start with you, man. You're just not my best friend, but you're my hunting partner. You've helped me grow up shooting, helped me with everything. Even when I was having a seizure, I remember you said you got your pinky, or not your trigger finger, because you didn't want me to bite that off and got that Oreo out of my mouth. But Pop, you were there. Every step, one call away, you were there. And I appreciate you. Desperately, I really do appreciate you, Pop. I love you so much. And let's point out, you are no longer a 3-time world champion in the world of decoy carvers. You are now a 4-time decoy champion. So congratulations. Grandma, Nancy, I wouldn't be the Christian I would be without you. Nobody else, no ifs, ands, and buts. You know, even at a young age, it was always Christ, and I love that now. And I didn't accept it to where I do now, and it's because of you, Grandma. And you are just the best grandma I could ever ask for. And I love you, and me and you, we got this. David Kleinschuster. David has really connected us, like the Lord has connected us. I don't know why yet. I really don't. But he has really connected us this year to where he was at high point. We'd start FaceTime and really get close. And David, I'm very thankful for you. So thankful for you. You are not now just a best friend, but you are family. You are a Umphlett. Any place you need to crash, our house, you know it. What mine is yours. And God has so much to reveal to us. So, David, I love you, bro. You're a dog. For Ken Winslow and Holly Winslow, Colin, you have an amazing son. And I know everything happens for a reason, but don't lose faith in the Lord. Because therefore, He will help you. And I've always thought of you as second parents at church, because y'all know me when I was a little kid, and I knew Colin as he was a little kid. And it's really tough for me to say this, because I know everybody on Facebook, Instagram, I know you're hearing a lot of it, man. But it's like generally, when I heard it, I put it to the Lord and said, God, you got this. And I really want to be a part of y'all's family. If anything y'all need, you come to me. And Lord's got y'all. at perfect peace. I demand perfect peace in y'all's family. So thank you, Ken and Holly and little man. I forgot your name, but I remember him too. I got you, bud. So, despise everything that has happened in my life. The stroke conquered. The seizures conquered. The brain surgery conquered. The devil did not want this at all. He does not want me here. He did not want me to get past walking. Nothing will stand in my way because the Lord himself has taken me greater heights. I declare, I demand full healing in my left hand and brain. 2023 has opened so many doors for me. Each and every day, God is opening a new door, if that makes sense, with him. And we will conquer, and we will send as many people to the Lord this year than ever. Each of y'all have been a gift from God, and I really, truly appreciate it, and thank y'all so much. I am Robert Joel Umphlett, and I am unbroken.
Bobby and Angie, and I just remember that day we walked into hospital at Duke, and here was Joel with all these things coming out of his brain, and y'all were trying to make a decision. I said, oh, Lord God. And it was the most difficult decision of your life probably, but look, God showed up and God was faithful. And the boy's living right now and has a productive life. Come on, somebody shout amen.